The Prince and the Storm Sword. Once upon a time, in a kingdom nestled beneath the blue sky and lush green valleys, there was peace. The morning sun bathed the palace towers in golden light, and the songs of birds echoed through the forest. But one day, this beautiful scene was overshadowed by dark clouds. The sky suddenly turned black. The wind howled angrily, and soon a giant storm appeared, threatening the kingdom. The young prince of the kingdom, Alaric, knew this storm was no ordinary one. He understood he needed to do something to protect his father's kingdom. His father had told him of an ancient legend, the Storm Sword. This legendary sword could only be obtained by a brave and patient soul, and it was said to be hidden deep within a dark cave in a dangerous forest far away. Prince Alaric turned to his father with determination. "I will find that sword and save our kingdom," he said. His father looked at him with pride, but also worrying in his heart. As Alaric set out on his journey, the people of the kingdom wished him well. "May your courage shine light for us all," they said. With high spirits, Alaric began his journey, and with every step, his confidence grew. When he reached the forest, the cheerful bird songs were replaced by an eerie silence. The wind rustled the tree branches, and the leaves danced on the ground. As he ventured deeper into the forest, he met an old wizard. The wizard, draped in a worn-out cloak, looked at Alaric with sad eyes. "Young prince, why have you come to this dangerous forest?" asked the wizard, sighing deeply. "I'm here to find the Storm Sword," Alaric said bravely. "My kingdom is in danger." The wizard paused for a moment, then spoke with a sorrowful smile. "Finding the sword is not easy, Prince. This forest holds many challenges that require patience, courage, and caution. But I see the determination in your eyes. I will help you." Alaric accepted the wizard's help, and together they journeyed deeper into the forest. Their first obstacles were giant tree roots tangled together and narrow paths covered with thick leaves. The branches of the trees rustled ominously as the wind passed through, casting dark shadows. As Alaric carefully moved through the roots, he slipped a few times but managed to keep his balance. When the path grew darker, the wizard raised his staff, and a small, glowing light appeared at the tip. "In this forest, patience and attention are our strongest weapons," the wizard said calmly. As they continued, a thorny branch suddenly blocked Alaric's way. The branch slowly twisted and rose in front of him. Alaric stepped back in surprise, but the wizard said, "Do not be afraid. This forest allows only the brave to pass," gently persuaded. Alaric carefully approached the branch and whispered, "I did not come here with bad intentions. I only wish to save my kingdom." The branch hesitated for a moment, then slowly withdrew, clearing the path. A little farther, they came to a wide river, rushing fast. The sound of the roaring water echoed through the dark forest, and the waves crashed against the shore, creating white foam. Alaric searched for a bridge, but there was no sign of one. There must be a way to cross, he thought. The wizard pointed to a flat stone by the riverbank. "Take this stone and place it in the water. he said. Alaric did as instructed, and as soon as the stone touched the water, a glowing path appeared across the river. But the path wasn't steady. As the waves rose, the path would disappear and reappear. Be brave, Prince. Step carefully and keep your balance. The river does not accept those who are afraid, the wizard said. Alaric held his breath and took his first step. As he moved along the glowing path, the waves rose, trying to scare him. The wizard was right behind him, softly encouraging, "Feel it. The river does not want to harm you. It only wants to test your will." With careful steps, Alaric reached the other side of the river. The wizard followed him, and as they stepped onto the opposite shore, the light disappeared, and the river returned to its wild state. Alaric smiled at the wizard. "It tried to scare me, but it couldn't." The wizard nodded. "Courage is not just about resisting fear, Prince. It's also about using your mind wisely." At last, they arrived at the entrance of a dark, eerie cave. A cold wind blew from inside, and faint whispers could be heard. The wizard said, "This will be the final test of your patience and courage." Alaric took a deep breath and entered the cave. Inside the cave, Alaric saw a glowing light. The storm sword stood on a stone, emitting a powerful energy. As Alaric approached the sword, a voice echoed, "Are you worthy of using this power?" Alaric replied bravely, "I will use this power to protect my kingdom and my people." The sword slowly rose from the stone and floated toward Alaric's hands. It glowed brightly with strong energy. As they left the cave, the wizard looked at him and smiled. "Through your courage and patience, you have succeeded." When Alaric returned to the palace, the storm was almost upon them. Alaric raised the storm sword high and spoke in a booming voice. "Storm, show your kindness to nature, but harm no innocent souls." The sword shone brightly, and suddenly the sky lit up. The storm began to calm, turning into a gentle rain that brought abundance to the land. After raining for a long time, the clouds cleared at dawn, and a peaceful silence spread over nature. As the red clouds on the horizon heralded the sunrise, the people of the kingdom gathered in front of the palace and greeted Alaric joyfully. His father hugged him proudly. "You are not only a brave prince, but a true leader of your people." The wizard turned to Alaric and said, "The storm sword is not just a weapon, it is a responsibility. This kingdom has found peace through your patience and courage." Alaric looked toward the horizon and took a deep breath. As the sun rose over the mountains, its golden light spread across the land. The wind gently tousled his hair, and the forest, with its rustling leaves, seemed to thank him. Nature was celebrating its peace. The fire of courage still burned in Alaric's heart. As his eyes gazed at the white clouds gently floating in the sky, a voice inside whispered, "This is just the beginning." While the kingdom enjoyed peace and prosperity, the story of Alaric's brave journey echoed throughout the land. Children joyfully reenacted his adventures, and the elders spoke of the young prince with admiration. But that night, a soft wind blew from deep within the forest, as if announcing another adventure. A mysterious melody echoed from a distant land, as if calling to Alaric. Alaric gazed out of the palace window and took a deep breath. The shadowy mountains on the horizon seemed to hold more secrets and challenges. "Every adventure is a new beginning," he murmured. And just then, in the far distance, a faint light appeared in the forest, as if winking at Alaric. The seeds for a new story had already been planted. And so, Alaric and his people continued to live in peace. However, his victory, gained through courage, remained an inspiration for all the challenges the kingdom would face in the future. Who knows? Perhaps one day, Alaric would once again don his sword, form new friendships in distant lands, overcome difficult obstacles, and continue writing legends. For true heroism is not just found in battle, but in carrying courage and wisdom in every step. And Alaric's heart would never ignore the call for a new adventure.